Today's question that came in the mail is the importance of boundaries and how do you set them? Ladies and gentlemen, boundaries are very important because without boundaries, there is no way to predict what the outcome would be. And it fits very well with our Health, Wealth and Wisdom program, which we fondly call University of Happiness. So the boundaries need to be set in three areas of life primarily. First is the health, second is the wealth, and third is the wisdom of relationship. So how do you set boundaries in health? It's very, very important that we exercise on a regular basis. And that is the core belief in our health program. So you need to set boundaries that I will not do anything else after I wake up till I've finished exercise. Or any kind of boundary that you can think of that is practical and you can adhere to it. Staying away from addiction is another very important boundary that, okay, if I am going to drink alcohol, I'm going to limit myself to whatever number of drinks that I would take in a given day or a given day in a week. Those obviously there should be boundaries about no smoking, drugs, etc., which truly does not bring any true value to the body or your growth. It only has a serious ability to hurt you. Then we go to the wealth side. Here the boundaries are equally important or more important. There is a saying from where I come from is that you should never spread your feet longer than the length of the blanket. Because what happens when your feet goes outside the blanket, you feel cold. So similarly, you should never spend more money than what you are making. And I know credit cards, free credit cards, etc., are very lucrative propositions which are hard to defeat. And that's how most people end up in debt, which they never recover out of it. So putting boundaries on the wealth side of not spending more money than what we are making is a very, very interesting boon that one can utilize and be successful and happy for the rest of their lives. And the last one is boundaries in relationships, the wisdom in relationships. I have many a times mentioned that do not believe that everything you say to the next person is going to stay secret and nobody else would know. So the rule of thumb, the boundary that you need to maintain in your head is that if this information is leaked to the rest of the world, what will I face at that time? And mind you, I can even improvise that and I can say, when this information is released to the rest of the world, what will I feel about it and how am I going to react to it? And that will prevent you from saying a lot of things that will affect the future of yours when the information gets leaked out. The other way to keep boundaries is, okay, I'm upset, I'm angry, but whatever I'm going to say, how is that going to impact on a long term in this relationship? And the moment you put that boundary in, you are going to always stop saying stuff that ultimately is not going to work for you or come back and haunt you. And that boundary will also help a long way. So if you just start with the boundaries in health, wealth and a wisdom area, you now got the essence of happiness of life. And hopefully this session that you have watched would be helpful and you will remember us for the rest of your life. If you do want more information and you want to view more videos, please visit my website www.bharatsangani.com and you can review our mentorship program. If willing and want to, you can join the program. Otherwise, let's meet again in our next video.